What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show, the podcast. We are doing a first this evening. I'm live on Twitch. Of course, when you're listening to this, we're not live. But we're live on Twitch recording this episode with the Twitch homies. Twitch chat is just chilling here, hanging out. We're recording this on Saturday evening, February 12th. And we've got some controversy starring, perhaps. Some things are happening. Maybe, actually. We'll talk about it. It's interesting. It's potentially problematic. But who knows? Who knows? It's weird. It's of course typical SDS MLB The Show. They did something stupid. So let's talk. Well, we have a first time chatter here. Not really first time chatter. It's everyone who knows my Twitch stream knows Shane Payne. Shane comes in. He has a question. Kenny, long-time listener, first-time caller. I just want to know what's going on with Randy Johnson. Well, you silly goose, that's what we're about to talk about. He was in the show, now he's not. Also, follow-up question. Best mod on Twitch, hands down, and your secret crush? Yes, okay, so part 2 is the answer, Shane. But Randy Johnson, it's a great segue. Let's talk about the big unit, the big old lefty. Free mustache rides, Randy Johnson. So, back last week, I think it was Wednesday, SDS released a gameplay trailer. Gameplay looks exactly fucking the same as this year, if we could just get that out of the way first. I think it will continue to look the same until they abandon old gen. Until the game is exclusively next gen, at that point, current gen, I think that's when we will next see graphical updates. I don't think we're getting graphical updates, legit ones, for a while. Probably until 24. I think 23 is still going to have PS4 compatibility. That's just my guess. So it was a gameplay trailer. It was whatever. It was just like, here's Ozzy Albies turning a double play. Here's Ohtani on the mound. It was a waste, mostly. 2 good things came out of it. 1, Ryan Howard back in the show. So we had theories when we heard that there would be a Cover Stars Choice Pack. Maybe we'd get some cover stars back. Ryan Howard, Joe Mauer, Dustin Pedroia, Yasiel Puig is whatever. Guys of that ilk. And Ryan Howard being back, huge W. Ryan Howard's going to absolutely mutilate right-handed pitching. And, he'll probably have pretty good power against left-handed pitching and dog shit contact. I know he struck out a lot, so his vision will be probably low. Vision don't matter. He was never particularly fleet of foot, nor was he a good fielder. I don't think he'll be an endgame first baseman. If we're trying to make comparisons, I actually think this year's David Ortiz will be a better all-around card than Ryan Howard. That's just my guess. But Ryan Howard being back in whatever capacity he's in is a major win. Imagine, silver or gold Ryan Howard for Battle Royale. Just fucking sign me up. Or low diamond. I don't even care what he is. Sign me up. His swing is going to be great. Strike zone shouldn't be too big. At least I hope not. But we're beating around the bush here. Shane's question, what I wanted to talk about. So Ryan Howard in the show. At the very end of the trailer, after they dropped the cover and the date of release and this and that, screen goes black and then it comes back up again. And who else is on the mound in a Diamondbacks jersey but none other than Randy fucking Johnson? And now Randy Johnson, everybody has asked for. The whole community's asked for Randy Johnson for at least a year, probably more. Everyone was excited. We're all going, oh shit, Randy Johnson's here. Oh my God, goodbye hits. Everyone's thinking about what type of pitches he's gonna have, his attributes, how nasty his slider's gonna be, his outlier fastball. Will he have sinker? Won't he have sinker? He used to throw a curveball somehow from that sidearm arm slot. Think honestly kind of like Chris Sale with better pitches, I think. But the conversations might not even be relevant anymore because, boys and girls, there was some controversies today. MLB The Show's Twitter account deleted previous tweets from this week, earlier in the week, talking about Randy Johnson. They edited the gameplay trailer and took Randy Johnson out of it. So, is he in the game or not? I don't fucking know. It's very strange. Because then they also did not undo a retweet saying that Randy Johnson was revealed as a new legend. So, I don't know what happened. There's a variety of different things that could have gone wrong. Number one will just be out in the open. Maybe his rights contract was not actually fully negotiated yet. Maybe there was no pen on paper. Maybe someone was like, oh, don't worry, we're getting Randy Johnson. It's just not finalized yet. And some intern who created the trailer interpreted that as, oh shit, let me put Randy in right now. If it wasn't finalized yet, legally they cannot put his rights in the trailer. That does not mean they're not getting him. All he's got to do is fucking scribble his name. It just means they could not have revealed him yet. Another option, maybe there's nothing wrong with his contract. Maybe they just really weren't supposed to reveal him yet, and that was an accident. Maybe they wanted to hold on until the first live stream. Maybe they wanted to hold on until 2 weeks from now. Who knows? And it was just a premature release, and they deleted it. I think that's pretty stupid, because by now, everyone's fucking seen the trailer. I think the first option makes the most sense because of rights issues. Think about it with DMCAs on Twitch and listening to music and putting music in your videos. If you take it down, you're not 100% safe, but pretty much safe. Because they didn't have the contracted rights to use his likeness, by deleting it and taking it off the internet, it doesn't exist anymore. That's my theory. There are a million other things. It could have come out, and Randy Johnson could have had a change of heart and been like, fuck you, take me out of this. I doubt that's it. I don't know the process by which SDS/MLB The Show/Sony acquires rights. I don't know if they deal with agents, probably agents, but maybe they go to athletes directly. I know some very, very old players or players who are no longer with us, rights agencies and likeness agencies own the rights to the family doesn't even own them anymore. They've been sold by the family to an agency. I think that's the case with Babe Ruth, Hannes Wagner, things of that nature. So SDS deals with agencies. I would imagine that Randy Johnson, they just went through his agent. Same with Ryan Howard. I don't know, though. I certainly hope Randy Johnson's in the game. It would be pretty disappointing if they hyped it up, even if it was just for 2 or 3 days. They hyped it up, and then suddenly they were like, oh, shit, he's gone, and then they don't even mention it. Imagine they don't even mention it. Which, knowing SDS, excuse me, they're prone not to mention shit. They want nothing to be public. Nothing. At least right now in this game cycle, they say nothing. So, keep an eye on it. Doesn't mean he's gone. Doesn't mean he's definitely in. It's kind of a gray area right now, but keep an eye on it. I think everybody would be super excited if they could get to use Randy Johnson. He's played for a lot of different teams and accomplished a lot of different things. So there's a lot of different types of cards you could have, and he's great for theme teams, and he's great for team builds. He was a Mariner, an Expo, a Diamondback, a Yankee. What the fuck else did he play for? I feel like he played for 10 more places. Or maybe he went back to the D-backs after that. I don't know. He played a bunch of places. And he'd be a super cool card to use. Super cool card. As for Ryan Howard, he does add another first baseman into the mix, as there are already fucking millions of them. At the same time, though, we don't know whose rights will be lost this year. Maybe that clears up first base. I hope they lose no rights. I hope they keep everybody. But again, that's kind of just the nature of it. We also don't know who else is coming. There will be even more legends on the horizon. Like I said, there will be a cover athlete choice pack. My guess is that it's going to be similar to the 42 series, where they're all 88 overall or 87 overall type of players. Shane is chiming in. Yes, I do hope they lose Paul Molitor, because he's fucking trash. Stop paying for Paul Molitor. Stop paying for Robin Yount as well. What was I saying? New legends, cover choice pack. So with the cover choice pack, if they're 87, 88 overalls, and they're fully committed to giving us past cover athletes, we're talking David Ortiz, we're talking David Wright, we're talking, Tatis and Baez and Ohtani. Would Ohtani be in there? Ohtani would probably be the collection for all of them, just like Jackie Robinson was. They'll just hit you with a 99 Ohtani pretty much off the rip, if they do it the same. But we're talking Adrian Gonzalez, Yasiel Puig, Josh Donaldson, Joe Mauer, Dustin Pedroia. Shane, what other covers am I missing? Bryce Harper. Wasn't Judge a cover? Aaron Judge was a cover. Ken Griffey. Like, they might hit us with the hammer right off the bat and give us a ton of options for that cover choice pack. It's pretty fucking cool. Now, even if they don't get all of the rights back to those guys, you're still going to have a pack that's Tatis, Baez, Harper, Griffey, Donaldson, Ortiz, guys they've had. So that's, there will be options there. But I really hope that means they're opening the wallet, opening the check account, ponying up and going, hey, David Wright, how much money do you want, sir? Because we'll just give it to you. I want David Wright bad. I used Chipper Jones all year. He was great. I don't think I can do another 12 months of Chipper Jones at third base. Give me someone. You're saying, Kenny, you could have switched whenever you wanted. 100% correct. I could have. But nobody, in my opinion, as a primary third baseman, was as productive for me as Chipper Jones. I'd like that to change. I'd like to use somebody else. Give me the option to use somebody else. David Wright would be great. I just think we're 40, at the time of recording, we're 47 days away. They tweeted that before. That's not a long time. I feel like we still don't know shit. I feel like in the past they've been more forthcoming with information. Maybe they're really holding shit close to the vest because of the lockout. I doubt that has anything to do with it, but who fucking knows? Rob Manfred today further cemented himself as a douchewagon and basically is just being an asshat. I mean, at this point, I don't think we're getting a season. That's how much of an asshole Rob Manfred is. Yes, SDS has gotten, Shane's right, SDS has gotten terrible with information and terrible with just being current, I think is the best way to put it. Like, tell us what's going on. You don't need to reveal your secrets, but just tell us, like, hey, legend reveal tomorrow. Hey, this is coming next week. Yes, in 20, MLB The Show 20, they were telling us stuff basically daily. And since COVID, they've kind of turned to shit. And yeah, I'm sure there were some structural changes due to COVID because every business has used COVID as an excuse to do structural changes. But yeah, they've been, it's been rough. It's been rough. I'm still confident that obviously we're getting a game. I'm confident that with all the money that they made from Xbox, gonna have a ton of legends. I'm potentially confident, and like an idiot, I'm confident that the servers will be better. I think because of all the money, maybe they're gonna spend it on the servers again. Probably an idiot. I'm wrong. But yeah, I mean, at this point, they should be able to sign anybody they want to be in this game. Anybody they want. Yeah. All right, guys. So there's another thing I want to talk about here. And it's been a pretty healthy debate on Twitter. And I mean that healthy. Like, it's not been a shitty one. Everyone's been pretty kind to each other, which is rare. So, Rob Manfred did one thing right. The DH is coming to the National League. We did it. Pitchers hitting are gone. Thank fucking God. Nobody pays $120 for a baseball ticket to go watch a pitcher strike out 4 times. It's fucking stupid. I don't care what you say. So that's great. In real life. Real life, no DH. Real life DH. In MLB The Show, I don't know if I want a DH. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. In Diamond Dynasty, I think I'd prefer pitchers to stay in the lineup. Just because it makes your bench worth something. It does add more strategy. Because your pitcher stamina, which I hope they fix, but because your pitcher stamina is so, I don't know, infinite, there's no excuse to take your pitcher out unless you really need to score and he comes up in the order. I think I want pitchers to hit. But as we've seen, MLB The Show mirrors the real life rules. We had the stupid runner on second and extra innings. That's gone, thankfully, now. But just in 21, we have that. If they're really mirroring, and we have 26-man rosters. 26-man rosters just like MLB. Shane, I just made up a number. Shane's upset that I said tickets cost $120. At Yankee Stadium, they do. Basically, anywhere you fucking sit, they're that expensive. At Camden Yards, you can go there for like a quarter. I don't know if I want the DH. I really don't. I think it makes lineup construction lazy. It makes bench construction, first of all, worthless. Second of all, lazy. If you thought platooning was bad now, if you put a DH in there, your bench is just going to be for platooning. If you throw a lefty on the mound, expect all the lefty hitters for your opponent to be gone by the first inning because he's just going to platoon them all. And you can do that now because you don't need your bench. You don't. You're not going to sub out. You're not going to pinch hit, most likely. You know, is there a rare occurrence where maybe you'll want to save somebody to pinch run? Perhaps. But otherwise, you don't need your fucking bench. So I don't know. I'm interested in what you guys think about that. I talked to some people on Twitter about it. I actually posted a poll. Let me look what that poll was. I should have gotten these results handy already. Okay. 2 days ago, question. With the Universal DH finally coming to MLB, do you want it in Diamond Dynasty or do you prefer the strategy of having pitchers hit? 68% of you prefer pitchers to stay in the lineup. 32% prefer the DH. It's interesting. We got some comments. Slice, my guy Slice, shout out Slice. With DH in Diamond Dynasty, the benches would be full of platoons and that would get old quick. Having the pitcher adds a little bit of strategy on pinch hitting to the mode that is already made to have stacked lineups. Slice, you're a smart man. I agree. Lumpy Oatmeal, shout out Lumpy Oatmeal. If you guys aren't following him, go follow Slice as well. But if you're not following Lumpy, go follow Lumpy. If the DH is added, it kind of makes the bench completely useless. I don't know how to feel about it one way or the other. I want the game to mirror real life as much as possible, but I think the best bet is to keep pitchers hitting, even if it isn't realistic. But I also think pitcher effectiveness, specifically in the late innings with high pitch counts, needs to be adjusted as well. He's correct. Slice doesn't know anything. You could tell him I said it. Well, he's probably potentially listening to this episode. So, Slice, Shane has a problem with you. It was a really good debate. Ethan, who was just in chat and had to go watch Marvel movies with the wife, which is a great excuse to go do anything. I want the DH 100%. So the opposite side of the coin. I want the DH 100%. Pitchers hitting is outdated and just not fun. There's nothing fun about deciding whether to leave Verlander in, and best case scenario, roll one over to short. We all want offensive heavy games. I don't disagree. I like offense, but at the same time, I think leaving pitchers in Diamond Dynasty is not about pitchers hitting. It's about when to take them out. And I don't know. Depending on the game, that's a tough call. It's a decision that could win you the game. It could lose you the game. You know, it could win you the game by putting in a hitter who knocks in the game go ahead run. It could hurt you by now you're putting in a pitcher who your opponent can hit. Maybe your opponent couldn't hit your starter. It's a really interesting debate. I truly think I stand on the side of pitchers staying in the lineup. Only in the virtual world. In real life, I never want to see another fucking pitcher hit again. Unless it's Shohei Ohtani. It's the only one. I guess, and Brendan McKay, if we're going to be realistic and hope that he can become a two-way player. But I don't know. I don't know. It's a really interesting debate. I would imagine we will hear a definitive answer from SDS on that front at some point. I could also be fucking stupid and wrong. You know, Ramon was on the Flippin' Bats pod with Ben Verlander. And Ben asked him straight up, he's like, will I be able to use Shohei Ohtani on my roster the way he's used in real life? Meaning I can pivot him from the outfield to starter. Meaning he won't have a right field card and a starting pitcher card. And Ramon said the answer we all wanted, but it also could mean something else. He said, you will be able to use him exactly the way the Angels use him in real life. The way the Angels use him in real life is as a starting pitcher and as a designated hitter. They just stick him in right field or left field in this game to give him a position. I can look right now. Let's look. Let's see how many innings Shohei Ohtani played in the outfield this year. Probably played a few, but I doubt it was a lot. Let's look right now. We're going to do this as a team. Okay, standard batting, standard... Okay, stop with all the ads, please. Standard fielding. Okay, this year, Shohei Ohtani played 7.1 innings in right field and 1 whole inning in left field. That's it. 8.1 total innings in the outfield, and he DH'd 126 times. So I think that means the DH is coming. Now, that interview occurred prior to Rob Manfred announcing the DH, but I think it was a foregone conclusion that it was coming. I think that's the only way that the MLBPA signs a contract, among several other giant issues that need to be resolved. But I don't know. I'm particularly interested to see. It's not going to make or break my game experience. I think we're all just going to have to adjust to whatever rule is put in place, whatever's implemented. I would just strongly prefer pitchers. It is kind of fun in a video game, too. Jake DeGrom occasionally going Yabo. Can I see his hitting stats? I'm hitting 201 with Jake DeGrom. I got a homer. Does Felix have anything? Hitting 207 with Felix. I'm hitting 207 with Felix? That can't be right. Am I hitting 207? Well, that's fucking pretty good. I think I hit a homer with Al Leiter, didn't I? No, RBI with Al Leiter. I don't need to go through all these things, but it's kind of cool. Like, the occasional pitcher going a Yabo is fun. Shane says there will be no baseball this year. I want to disagree, but I'm scared. I don't think there's going to be. Rob Manfred and the owners are such fucking douchebags. And the players are asking for a lot, but that's how negotiations work. You don't ask for a little and have them meet you there. You ask for a lot and balance it out. So, someone's going to have to budge. I hope it's the owners, but we'll see. We'll see. There's really nothing else to, we're wait and see mode. Guys, by the way, we're kind of in like a middle of the episode here. We're not going to do our traditional ad reads because we are live on Twitch, but I just want to plug merch. I'm wearing it if you guys are watching it on YouTube. You can get kdjTV merch at the link in the description. If you're listening to the podcast, you can go to YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, anywhere, and you'll see links and plugs. You can stop in my Twitch chat. You'll see links to my merch. I've got shirts, I've got mugs, I've got stickers, I've got some cool stuff. If you buy anything, first of all, thank you, and I love you. But if you do buy anything, let me know you purchased something. And I will personally thank you. I do appreciate it. I do this for fun, but at the same time, if I can make a little Skrilla, I'll make a little Skrilla. So yeah, we've got a variety of colors. Super comfy. I'm not just saying that because I'm wearing it and it's my fucking shirt, but like actually I wear these all the time. They're good as like undershirts. They're good as sleep shirts. They're good if I'm streaming. They're really, really comfy shirts. So if you want them, buy them. I appreciate it. All right, guys, the next thing, probably the last thing we're going to talk about, is this godforsaken event. I'm going to back out of it so we can make a lineup together as a team. New event. The Showtime 2021 and Beyond event. Part 1 of 1 ends February 25th, so you have 2 weeks. From the time you're listening, 10 days. Tops now and future stars. No one's excited about that. Any legends, that's pretty cool. Or commons, whatever. No max overall. 3 inning games, Hall of Fame. You guys know how I feel about Hall of Fame events. I think they're fucking stupid as shit. But it's a Hall of Fame event. And the only reward is a card nobody asked for. We still don't have Kirby Puckett. We still don't have a variety of other fellows. Instead, we have 99, 18 strikeout game Ron Guidry. I'm a Yankee shill. It's cool to have another starter in the game. He throws a slider, four-seam, two-seam curveball. He sucks. 109 hits per 9. It's not even good. 124 Ks per 9. That's probably what it should be. 89 fielding. Hoorah. Doesn't matter. Fielding for pitchers is all the same. Quirks. Pressure cooker. Workhorse. Stingy. Grounded. Control artist. Untouchable. Cheesy. Sinker baller. And knee buckler. Stupid fucking card. Rich's cousin? Is this Rich's cousin? Just because he's Louisiana Lightning? Okay. I thought you were actually saying he's Rich's cousin. Shane's out here as being a troll. If you guys are in Twitch on my channel ever, you guys know that. No, that's how he is. I mean, there's some rewind packs to hopefully maybe get Harmon. They are actually related? No fucking way. Are they really? That's cool. All right, Shane's not being a troll. I gotta ask Rich. That's really cool. Sorry, guys, taking a sip of water. But let's talk here. Let's talk. Let's build a lineup. Okay. So it's Hall of Fame difficulty, which means Velo is going to play up. So you're going to want Nolan Ryan in there. Maybe Nate Pearson. I'm not completely sold on Nate Pearson. Lefty Grove stinks, but he throws hard, so fucking throw him in there. Bob Gibson, you guys know I love Bob Gibson. We'll take out... Actually, we'll put Gibson in over Pearson, so fuck Pearson. Starters don't normally matter, so just fucking leave them. You're not going to use any relievers, most likely. You're going to go straight to closers. Now, I'm going to take Mariano Rivera out of mine because I have him P5, but he would be in yours. I'm going to add Dibble because he throws flames. I'm going to take out Gagne because Gagne is batting practice. If you guys know anything, you know that Eric Gagne is batting practice. Catching options. Adley Rutschman, Yasmani Grandal, Gary Sanchez, Keibert Ruiz, Francisco Alvarez. Hey, Francisco Alvarez kind of sucks. Don't use Francisco Alvarez. I'm going to use Adley in my lineup, put Yasmani on the bench. I think that's the best option. Gary Sanchez, he stinks on Hall of Fame. First base, I personally am going to be using Tops Now Brandon Belt. I love his swing. He's got a really nice card. I'm hitting 409 over 127 at-bats with him. So, he's good. Miguel Sano on Hall of Fame is not going to be who you want. Andrew Vaughn's swing and doesn't have a lot of power, not great. And that kind of craters after that. Second base. I could see you using Altuve. I don't think Altuve's good. I'm going to use Jazzy Chisholm. I think that's the best option. Third base, so Torkelson's the only 99. I don't know if you guys like Torque. I don't like Torque. So I'm going to be using either Moose or Wendell. I think Moose. I'm going to use Moustakas and put Joey Wendell on the bench. Shortstop. The two options you should be using, I superfractored both of them. You should be using 99 Wander or 96 Andrew Velasquez. I am going to use Jordan Groshans, I think. No, I'm going to use Jorge Polanco. 96 Jorge Polanco is going to be my pick. 99 Tim Anderson's all right. I'll put him on the bench maybe for a little bit of pop. But I fucking despise the parameters of this event. Mark Canha. I'm rolling with Mark Canha in left field. I know he can play third base too, but I'm going to roll with him in left. Eddie Rosario is a good bench bat, so I'm going to put him on the bench. You could also use Nootbaar off the bench. Nootbaar's got a nice bat. I prefer Eddie Rosario to Nootbaar. Center field, I'm going to use Garrett Hampson because Garrett Hampson's disgusting. You could also use Jason Dominguez. You could also use Jared Kelenic. Kelenic is probably going to be my right fielder, I think. But you could also very well use fucking Rafael Ortega, Estevan Florial, Jarren Duran. I'd probably stop after Jarren Duran. Shane said that Seth Beer is dropping big peepees for him. Not surprised by that. Nate the GOAT is a big fan of Nootbaar, of course. Then right field, like I said, I have Kelenic. You could play Julio Rodriguez there if you like his swing. I actually do. I might put him in. Yeah, I'm going to put Julio in right field. He's on my bench right now, so I'm going to put Julio in right field. And now it's between Conforto and Kelenic. We'll put Conforto. Conforto on the bench instead of Kelenic. Conforto's got a giant bat and an enormous wiener. Yoshi? No. Mitch Haniger's a good option if it was the higher rated one. 92 Mitch Haniger doesn't have the contacts for Hall of Fame, my personal opinion. So I will not be using him despite the fact that I rake with this card. I like Julio Rodriguez. So building a lineup, again, is entirely up to you. I don't really need to spend a lot of time on that. I'll just make mine. Hampson, Jazz. Hampson, Polanco, Belt, Julio, Canha, Moose, Rutschman, Jazzy Chisholm. So, I mean, it's kind of a shit event for a shit reward. So, it all fucking fits. This is not the event and the reward I would have wanted in the middle of February. Of course, SDS does not love us, does not give a shit. I'm I'm still shocked, blown away that we're not in the forever event. I don't know when we're getting that. I don't know. I don't know why they're still trying. They should just be focusing all attention on 22. But guys, that's the end of the show, the podcast. Episode 70-something. I don't know what episode it is. Monitor this Randy Johnson situation with me. It's interesting. I don't know what's going to happen. I hope he's in the game. I think he is. It's probably like a 90-95% shot that he's actually in the game. This whole thing today that's happening, when you're listening to this 4 days ago that's happening, is confusing and weird. It's fucking strange. But we'll see. As always, guys, as the news is starting to flow out from MLB The Show, continue listening to the podcast. Make sure you're subscribed. Download episodes if that's your shit. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your grandpa. Tell everyone about the show, the podcast, and we'll have a good time as 22 rolls along. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys if you were here on Twitch in our first ever live episode of the show, the podcast. It went well. I'm saying this before I edit it. So if it's a problem editing it, I fucking will never do this again. But we'll see. Shane wants to plug before we go here. Kenny, long-time listener, second-time caller, just want to say you have sexy eyes and I love you. Keep up the good work and Godspeed. Shane, I love you. Thank you. I'm glad you think my eyes are beautiful. We'll end on that note, boys and girls. Thank you guys for listening. Talk to you next week.